Hey guys, it's Charlie here. I wanted to quickly talk to you if I could. There I am. Hello. I want to talk to you about Intermediary real quick and just run through the basics of it. As you can see, we all come under the broker here of Foxmax, right? And so if you list a house for a seller and you're the listing agent, then you represent this seller. You've contracted to represent that seller. Now, if you get a call from a buyer wanting to look at this house, you go through the process that you normally go through of asking them, are you represented? And then they may say, no, I'm not, and I don't need to be, I'm fine. I know that's a difficult sometimes conversation to have, but we got to stay ethical, and so we do that. Let's say they've bought 5 or 6 houses, they're comfortable, they know you, they know what's going on, and they say, no, I'm fine, I don't need any representation. Well, then that is not an intermediary situation. You as listing agent have contracted with this seller to sell that house and represent them to the best of your ability. Or actually, we all in Foxmax have done that through you for this seller. So now, situation number 2. So no intermediary needed with a buyer that declines representation or that you inform. Secondarily, let's say a call comes into the office and goes to a buyer's agent. That agent, who is under Foxmax, obviously comes into the RE/MAX First office and then wants to see this house and then wants to make an offer on this house. An agent in our office signs a buyer rep agreement with them, and then they want to bring an offer. That is an intermediary situation. Intermediary with appointments is what that's called. This broker appoints this buyer's agent to represent the buyer and appoints this listing agent to represent the seller, and we go forward from that. So let me give you one more example. Let's say this is you. You've listed this house. Buyer comes, where's the buyer? There's the buyer, comes to you and says, hey, let's look at this house. They don't like the house, but as would be expected, they really like you. And they say, hey, let's go look at some houses. So you sit down, you sign the buyer rep agreement with this buyer, you go through all of the gyrations of the process of buying a house, and you head out into the market and you show them 5 or 6 houses. Great time. They love nothing. They come back to you and they say, do you remember that first house that you showed us? We want to go back and make an offer on it. Intermediary situation? Yes. That is an intermediary with no appointments. That means you represent the buyer and the seller in both situations. That is an intermediary. So, just to try and get that clear, if there's any other situations that you can come up with, let me know. But I'm hoping now that that can clear up some of the situations that we have with regard to intermediary. Understand, lastly, intermediary has nothing to do with commissions. So when you say words like, I have both sides, that is misleading. That means you represent the buyer and the seller. Now that's in your language though. That's not reality. When you only represent one side or both sides, you deserve the entire commission. Now if there's a buyer's agent involved, they deserve half of the commission, or they earn it based on whatever you have in your listing agreement. So please understand, it's your language with regard to the commission that can sometimes cause the confusion with the intermediary relationship, because using terms like both sides of the commission is misleading. So let's stick to, I've earned the full commission on this property, whether there's 1 or 2 agents involved. It doesn't matter. Intermediary revolves around these situations that we have here. Hope you guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya.